what is primary are the goats. Yes. This is very fundamental, and even people who are here who know this, tell us in the comment section. Those are the fundamental things. The others are okay, they are allowed, but those are the ones. In fact, in any Kikuyu culture,
Sasa siunisikize because it's my list.
You're telling me
how to do YouTube fam, and welcome to another episode of Live, Love, and Learn with the Peekays. Whoop whoop. Whoop. Good job. Yes.
I think most of you don't know about it.
No, nobody knows about it. We've never talked about it. Someone will go on tens and ni friend yako, like this is someone.
Because apparently he said we cannot have a wedding day until you go for the Ruracio.
You are okay with being told no?
Yes. The Bible is very clear about obeying your parents.
No, bana nakwambia that's not the dowry price. Guys, I comment down below, how do you do it in your culture?
But I'm telling you the fundamentals that are supposed to be there, the ones you cannot miss.
But that list is the list. Did they come with the list? Guess what?
Yeah. Guys, we are back. I said we are back.
Yeah.
For those 3 days. If it's been 3 days. 1 week. Okay.
Whichever time.
And we're not only back, we are back in full kitenge and all that kind of thing. And go that crochet because
anyway,
we wore this clothes like
we will talk about it in the video, so you just have to stay tuned, see why we are.
We haven't got that too, but they already know because what I don't know, we're talking about what.
Yes.
So if you know, if you are Kenyan in the diaspora of you do this wherever you come from, you know what I mean when I say we have matching outfits. Yes,
and before we dive into our topic of the day, as you can see, we just want to plug you this place, this beautiful place. You know, kwa background we are not in our we are not in our kawaida blue seats. Huh?
Please make sure you say beautiful homes, because when you say place, it could be a jungle.
Yeah, it could be a jungle.
This is not a jungle.
This is a home, a very beautiful home, yes. Airbnb. Airbnb. It's called Irene Homestyles, and we came across this place when we were looking for somewhere, to create content, we wanted to just change the environment. Pia change of environment is nice because we have to plan to move anytime soon. We move you around so that your eyes can be excited, and we came across Irene Homestyles, and they are an amazing, beautiful Airbnbs based at Ruracio. Actually, just like in the environment of Two Rivers.
Yeah.
Iko right in the middle of happenings. But
it's so close. There's everything around this area. So you can access whether it's supermarkets, whether it's malls, whether it's entertainment joints in other places.
But it is very, very serene. Absolutely, as much as it is in the middle of that. So if you're looking for a getaway, if you're looking to be home away from home, if you are a content creator and you're looking for somewhere to shoot, this is the place for you.
That's what's up, guys. So talk to them. Number yao ndio hapo.
Yes.
Just scroll on the screens there. You can also follow them on Instagram. They are also Instagram as Irene
Homestyles. Yes. And also you can see from the background how beautiful this. I mean, the living room, the bedrooms, the balcony. Hey, the bathroom is a huge one.
Yes.
It's a very nice place to be. So
absolutely, guys. Yes. So that's Irene Homestyles for you. So call them and book a place. Come. After I'm just coming to just sit and just think of the next content I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
Get up for the weekend as I think and write.
Yes.
And I see the the beautiful skyline of Ruracio.
Yes.
So talk to them. And come and enjoy yourself here.
Yes, tell them the Peekays
away from home.
You.
Yes, from here the Peekays sent you. So guys, reason as to why we are here and wearing matching outfits, which we rarely do.
We actually try to match outfits. Well, not vitenges.
Not vitenges. Yeah, vitenges are now, I think they're somewhere else. For us now, they are outdated. We don't match vitenges anymore. So we are here because I want to tell you the story of our Ruracio.
Yes.
I think most of you don't know about it.
No, nobody knows about it. We've never talked about it. We only talk about it.
More our friends and our family know about it.
Yeah, but we have been telling the story of our dating story, how we met, all those things. So we just thought we continue with the series. I think we'll name it. We'll name it what?
We'll find a
name. Then we'll go all the way to our wedding and all that.
Yeah.
So yes, babe. When was our Ruracio?
November 25th, right?
November 25th. I don't know where I feel. November 28th.
2017.
2017. Hey, how many years now? I think
Going to 6 years now.
Going to 6 years. And as you heard the short story of our what is it? Our proposal story. You guys had mentioned like bits and pieces of the Ruracio, but we didn't give you full details.
Oh yes.
How did we even come up with the date? I don't remember how we came up with the date. We went to mom, we told her, and then we went to your mom, we told her. Guys, we are neighbors.
No, actually when we went, we had the dates.
Yeah, we had
the dates even when we went to them. We had the dates. I remember very well. Especially the Ruracio and a proposed date for the wedding. The wedding, I think, we moved dates a bit, not because of any particular issue. I think because of the prevailing, how things unraveled from there now to the wedding. But we had dates.
Really? This before?
Yes. This was before
doing PMCC.
Nini?
Me, I'm saying
at this point.
Listen, me, I'm saying that when we went to see Made, like to tell her we are dating, we want to be together and all that.
Oh, that's a whole different story altogether.
Yeah, so we went and we told her, and she asked questions. Nakumbuka alikuwa na watch TV, alikuwa amekaa kwa particular seat. Ulikuwa umetense. Sasa mwana ulikuwa na tense and ni friend yako, like this is someone. Oh, but I can understand, like telling your friend that you want to marry their daughter.
Yeah, so I think but that was a whole different date altogether.
It was a whole different date. It was Nauko's Feb, Nauko March. March, actually. Because when did we start our PMCC? Immediately after we went to see our parents.
Yeah, that was in.
Oh, yeah, and then we went to Uncle Mwangi.
That was in May.
We went to Uncle Mwangi.
Yes,
so Uncle Mwangi is like my dad. The one who was
the eldest. He's the eldest, I think.
Yes. No, he's not the eldest. Na Uncle Masharia. So he's the one who was left responsibility by my dad when my dad passed. So he's the one who was responsible for everything involving me. So we had to go tell him, and we went, right? We went and we spent a night. Did you remember?
Yeah.
We went.
I know it was even in May. That's why I remember very well.
We went. We made a date with him. We have told Made, and Made is like, okay, now you need to go and tell uncle. We went, and I think even we talked about the date with him.
For the
Ruracio, because them, they usually have a lot of.
So we proposed a date to them, and then they said actually that is why we stopped our wedding date, because of that very meeting. Because apparently he said we cannot have a wedding day until we go for the Ruracio. Then now we can be allowed.
Babe. No, we didn't have the wedding day before. We didn't. The wedding day we set it and we didn't change.
The wedding day?
What we planned with Uncle Mwangi was our Ruracio day, because he December anakuanga na hizo juu ya mambo za elder na sijui what, maybe trip to the family. We planned, and I remember him saying we went and told him, now we want to know like the process, like what happens. There's those kuhanda idege in Kikuyu culture, as kuhanda idege and all those. And he told us, remember, there's no need of all those kuhanda idege and all that, because we come from ni watu wanajuana.
Yeah.
You remember him saying that?
Yeah, I do.
Like he's seeing no need of doing all those, what are they called? Because
the ceremonies, they're usually there.
Kikuyu, there is kuhanda idege. Let us know in the comments down below. There's kuhanda idege. There is kuoneshwa itara.
Yes.
Itara
number
in
of
Kikuyu
things. Is where you put firewood.
Firewood. So the girl goes to the mother-in-law's home, and the mother-in-law shows the girl where to put firewood. So akasema there is no need. He scrapped off all that.
But I think those are beautiful cultures. That need to be.
Hizo mimi naonanga is a waste of time, honestly.
No, they are very, 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 very important. They are very, very important, especially.
So you feel like we needed to have them.
You see, now you cannot, again, also the Bible says you should obey your parents. You cannot overrule them. But I'm saying, for me, if you ask me, it's a very, very important ceremony that ought to be there.
I felt like it was like it saved us a lot of
time.
It
did save us a lot,
money.
but I'm saying it
saved us. Because
events
events zina need do.
No, in a shida, you can agree. If you agree, everything's about agreeing. You can agree, let's not have it because of X, Y, Z. And if the reason is fundamental, then it holds water. But if it's not, you cannot just go and take somebody who comes from Lodwar and tell them that we'll scrap off this because they are very important.
Of course, the reason why he scrapped them off was because we are neighbors. We know each other. Sasa nakuja kujua home aje na ninashindanga huko nikiomba.
That's why nimesema there are important ceremonies in our culture, but it does not negate the fact that the fact that we do not do them ourselves.
I feel like it was Yani, I'll forever be grateful to Uncle for scrapping, because I felt it was it saved us time and money for things that as itara na ninajua. And also remember, there are so many Kikuyu cultures. They're even in different places, Moranga, Kiambu, Nyeri, they all have. Kuna wenye wanasemanga waletewe sijui roa, sijui heart, sijui all those, but it depends with your family how you want to do them. You can't call all of them important. Anyway, so we went to Uncle Mwangi, and so now they now wanted to follow up with in our family your prize, okay, I don't want to say your prize, but they follow what your mom, they follow your mom's list. What's a list? They started
it's what your mom's was the dowry that your mom was paid for. That's what they do. You can never go and charge. For example, if your mom was asked for 3 goats and 5 cows and a tank, you cannot ask for 100 goats and 50 cows.
So there's this certain list. That's not the price. There's the price, and then there's that list. Hizo mwate, hadika, itagi, sijui blanket.
In fact, in the Kikuyu culture, itagi and blanket and all that kind of thing, they're usually add-ons. What is primary are the goats. Yes, this is very fundamental, and even people who are here who know this, tell us in the comment section. Those are the fundamental things. The others are okay, they are allowed, but those are the ones. In fact, in any Kikuyu culture,
Sasa si unisikize. Because it's my list.
You're telling me your list, but I'm telling you the fundamentals that are supposed to be there. The ones you cannot miss. You can miss to have the tank, the
not
the
in every Kikuyu culture, babe. In our family, what my mom was bought for the list, there was a blanket. And you know who told me? It's Bonnie, my big brother. Because he was among the people who are looking for that list. So in the list, there is, I think, a tank. There is, alikuwa ananiambia, if you give me a little bit more time, I will look for that list. There's a certain list, and there's a blanket ama nikashuka, and then there's those mwates and harikas and all that. So between May and November, I think that is what was happening. They were looking for that, because it's somewhere. They have been written in a book somewhere. Yani hiyo hata kwa Delhi hiyo ndio tutaenda nayo. It's a thing. So now meanwhile, when the family is doing that,
but let me ask now. Okay, we are last off camera. Tuendele.
Don't ask.
No, I want to ask, why would you go with that during Delhi's time? And Delhi, you know you cannot go with that because now her mom is what will determine.
Her mom is my sister.
That's your brother.
It's the same list.
No, you cannot use, because you're using your mom's sister. Now you have to use her mom's list, not your mom's list.
But her mom's list is my mom's list. Even us, when we get a daughter.
Not really. What if you get a daughter and then, like for example now.
Hauelewi. Delhi is Karo's daughter.
Exactly.
Karo's daughter is whose daughter? Karo is my sister.
Exactly.
Karo alidashiriwa na list gani? Ya madhe. So they follow the list.
But you know, hapo ninasema hivi, sikatai, but of course now unaweza niambia nikuja na 10 goats. But what if I feel sufficient and come with 20? That's
a list. No bana nakwambia that's not the dowry price. Guys, I comment down below, how do you do it in your culture? So there is a list that those things
must be there.
And then now anything extra, of course there's other things, but that list is the list, is the one, and I will tell you where it comes into play as we go on. Because even before we did this video, I had to call my brother and ask him what happened in the Karum. So I'll tell you where the list comes into play. Anyway, now let's just move from the family. They're looking for the list. Then as we've gone for PMCC, we did our premarital counseling classes before the Ruracio, right?
Yeah, it's always supposed to be before.
There are some people who do it anyway. That's the recommended time.
Yes.
You cannot say it's always supposed to be before. So that's the recommended time. So meanwhile, what were we doing? What was happening in your family side? Like, did you have meetings to? Yeah, because I remember you had meetings.
Ideally, you don't have meetings apart
No,
I'm
not saying like about the culture.
So, that's what I'm telling you.
I'm saying about
apart
like
from
our
the nuclear
situation.
family, it's not a culture actually. It's supposed to be. It was us. You
I remember you went for a couple of meetings.
You only involve your nuclear family. You don't involve your extended family.
No, we included them because I remember
you include them, but I'm saying for me, from my side, at that point, that one is usually me. The involving the extended family is usually up to my mom to do that, but not me as a person. Me, I'm not supposed to. Unless that is why I see now even involving us, all of us, in doing the ratio and everything else. As our time, that never used to happen. It's supposed to be you, because you're not going to pay bride price as a community. So it was just about you.
In your time, there was a couple of people who did that. Na hadi kuna mtu tulisaidia.
Which is okay, but I'm saying now for me as a person. I'm speaking now for me as a person, not involving anybody else. Me as a person.
So what was happening in your time?
Apart from those couple of meetings and finding out, because now I cannot go and rush here, especially if my dad has not finished Kurasha. You only now find out from your shosho and maybe your eldest uncle who knows about that.
Yeah.
And maybe those are the meetings I was having.
So
but not ideal to panga anything about my Ruracio.
So your dad had not finished Kurasha.
Yes, which
so now what happened because of that?
Usually now you have to either he finishes or you go.
No, what happens? What happened in the situation? So you guys had to go, because I remember there's an occasion you had. So you guys had to go and rush area for.
Me and my brothers went, yes.
So you went and rush area for your mom. So
yes, we finished whatever he had not finished. We finished that and.
Oh yeah, there was that.
You took our way now to continue. That's how what happens.
Did you ever like discuss? This is how much. How do you reach at how much you are taking as from a man's perspective? Like tunasemanga tunaenda na how much.
You don't. What guides you is when when you go to because there's supposed to be, and that's when it's supposed to be a prayer meeting to the girl's place.
Don't talk about like if you're talking about the culture. Talk about
that's
our time. There was supposed to be evil.
That's you're supposed to have a visit before you could get the price. If not,
but then they went before, eh?
No, they did not go.
How did you get the list?
If not,
how did you get the list? There is someone who went.
The list, I think it was given I think after China kwa anko hapo ndio walikubaliana nikasemekana, because now you are on this side, so I think Madhu I don't know, they went with somebody. I can't remember that one. So that one is what guides you. In absence of that, you're supposed to just go as you are, you as the person. Because ideally, you're supposed to go, what is called, I don't know in English, kumenyamushie. You're supposed to go first.
You and your boys.
You and the boys are supposed to go for that called kumenyamushie. Like know the home, know where this person comes from.
Those are if you are neighbors. Like
yes. So long and short of it, what I'm saying is that is what now maybe gives you a leeway of what, or you can measure yourself based on maybe if you have people who before you have gone for ratio. So it gives you a play area of maybe what you're looking at, especially if you have older brothers or sisters who have got married in your home. Then you're able to know this is a measure. No. So it gives you. If none, you're supposed to go, because ideally what they tell you is that you see you're now becoming of that place, and there are two answers: either be told yes or no. So you don't need to borrow or steal to go for a rush, because now this is happening. By the way, people have pressure because of that. Well, see, you guys want to get married, go and ask for a blessing, because ideally what we do, we cannot pay or buy. We just are going to honor the parents, so you just go. You don't need to say, hey, Miss, you can't fix uwezo ya kwenda Ruracio. There's nothing like uwezo. You just go and say.
So there is no time, like from the men's side, I'm talking from a woman's perspective. Mnaenda nanga mnakusanya like with your family and discuss, uko na ngapi, like tunapeleka how much, like there is never.
Okay, from my side.
But
from my side, I'll tell you.
I know. Okay, maybe you might not meet and but where umejipanga aje?
Me, I'm just going. Whatever I'll be told, I'll take it from there. Nimekwambia the only.
No, I'm saying like now for the Ruracio, not the kumenya mushie or whatever. Like now you're going.
Exactly.
How are you going?
For what? For the Ruracio.
You're saying we are here. We have come.
Yeah, in fact, that's what you do. You go and say we are here. And now
with
you
nothing whatsoever.
No, whatever you have. That's nimekwambia.
What?
How
do you arrive at that decision of I'll take this much?
The same way I decide that I will buy a phone that is worth 100,000 and I see it at 300,000.
So maybe ulini cap at how much?
Now you go with your uwezo yako mahali hiyo umefika.
Hiyo uwezo ni how much ndio nauliza. Because I remember, I think we tried talking about it because I told you, okay, our Ruracio was different in so many ways. Number one, we didn't have those prior to small ceremonies. We just had one main Ruracio. Reason being, as per my uncle, hizo kujua moshie, kuoneshwa itara, it does not make sense, especially when we are like so we just need number one. And then the thing that we discussed, I don't know whether you remember, both of us, I said I was gonna help you to do the food because food was supposed to come from your side. You remember me telling you I'll help you, but it's you who will say. You remember?
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
You are not remembering.
Why not remembering?
I don't know why. You need to remember.
I was remembering. You were saying I was not remembering and I was remembering. Yeah. I know. So, because you know the question you asked about that one, it was about how you are able
but it was different because really, I don't think most couples discuss. So what we had made a decision was that we are going to help each other in the Ruracio. So me, I said I will nitasimamia chakula. Right?
Yes.
But it will look like it's you and your family who have. So that is what happened. Because I remember at the time I was working.
Yeah.
And that is what happened at the time. But you know now for our Ruracio or Ruracio za hiyo kitambo hakukuwa na ati a big menu. Ati these days I'm seeing there's even cake. There's even meat, what. It was just the kawaida.
Jahe. Impelekwa to other levels squeeze Ruracio.
Yeah.
And people have themes, manze.
People have themes. As it was just a tent that was borrowed from the local community.
Yes, white tent.
Yeah, and then the kawaida food, at least we called a caterer, at least that much we did.
Yeah.
But kitambo, you cook. Mnalala mkipika. But for us, we decided to call a caterer who will come and do everything and go with the dishes so that we are not left with the dishes and all that. But it was just standard meal.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the... I feel like I'm the one who is talking this whole video. You can't remember anything.
No, I can't remember.
I was hoping you're going to tell us what was happening on your. Were you tense? Did you what was going through your mind?
Tense about what? Me, I was ready. If I'm told yes. If I'm told no. Me, I never have those in between.
You are okay with being told no?
Yes. The Bible is very clear about obeying your parents. That's she was equivalent to my mom.
So if you're told no, you go.
What do? I will not be disobedient and start causing how things that mtu anasema ati hata kama tumekatazwa tutaenda. You never get blessings. Especially if you are a Christian, you know that there's a blessing from mzazi niambie. She's not a stranger to me. No, she's not a stranger to me. Ebu ask people there. Mimi by the if I walked there, she was my mother. And if she had told me no, I would have
not the first time, like your time.
You know, kwambia if whatever what was the last that happened your time? What was
Yani you are okay with being told no?
And it was very easy. I was very easy. For me, because I had already prayed about everything. Me, I was at peace. Whatever happens, like good.
Yeah, so I knew I was taking care of the food and I knew I was taking care of the outfits. Yes? That was, I knew. and everything else that involved hair, whatever, that much I knew. And taking care of a few things here and there, helping mother with a few things. So that I'm saying, what was happening on your end? Ama, you are too busy buying a proposal ring.
What's happening exactly at that point? There's nothing happening. I'm just waiting for the day. What is needed is me being present. We have food and showing up. What else is needed? There's nothing. You don't need to have at Neskia.
Like planning.
We are having a meeting. Plan
Babe,
what?
you're not telling us, like, how did you plan? Now that you're neighbors, how did you plan where to come from? Because you didn't come from across the road.
There was nothing. I came and we went home and we came from home.
You didn't come from home.
I came from where? I came from Nairobi that very night. Spent the night in Nyeri at my brother's place. Woke up in the morning and came home. And then we came from home. We did not trip from any other place. I only from nani tulikuwa naye that very Friday night because I went to say hi to my uncle.
Yani mlitembea tu hapo hivyo across.
Kwani
I thought you guys came from Ihororo.
To do what in Ihororo? We even
kwenda hata Kiawara hata mkaenda mnakuja from mbali.
What for?
You just showered and crossed.
Lex. The night he was playing at a place at a joint in Nyeri called 019. That night we passed by there.
Now let us go to the D-Day. Did you get late?
I woke up in the morning. We left Nyeri very early in the morning. Then we came. In fact, we were not. Actually. In fact, we arrived there. In fact, I don't remember us being late.
Actually, this is what happened. This is why we are saying our Ruracio was different in some of these ways. Uncle Mwangi specifically said that the people who know they are entering in the discussion room be there by, you remember what time he said?
It was 10.
By 10.
Yes.
So that he said he wants to, and I wish we could just get him here to talk about like why he wanted to change the culture. He said we are changing the culture of ati Ruracio inaanza saa 10. You remember when he strictly said that?
Yes.
And that is why I'm saying our Nini was a bit different. Another thing he changed, he said in our Ruracio there will not be alcohol and pouring of the way they pour. That's a Kikuyu culture. They pour alcohol on the ground. They pour on who gives who alcohol and all that. He said nothing like that is going to happen. And I thank God because he's a born again Christian.
Yeah,
I thank God that he cut off some of this.
It's on that basis that he opted not to have those things there.
Yes, and I
However, this is it. Because now you see us, you have to understand why that thing was present and what it was for. Now, because now we are in the new dispensation, like the way you have New and Old Testament, it's because culturally before now Christ,
BC,
our forefathers when they used to worship in the shrines, they used to use that the same way we go to church and we are baptized. So they used to use that as a way of blessing the children who now they are giving blessings in marriage. But now, as time has also come, people they have made a whole new thing out of it. So it becomes now it's another altar you're setting, because now you can have two masters. You can't have God and still have this whole thing. So you cannot have an altar and still have another altar. Yeah, Christian. That's why now people who are knowledgeable in this, they tend now to veer away from that altar.
Yeah, because actually that is an act. Sometimes, as much as there's tradition, you can be entering into covenants and, building altars that you do not know what they mean. Unashanga why alcoholism has refused kabisa, imekatalia kwenu, and probably it's because of those pouring. I'm not saying that's what it is, but probably there were those covenants that were done when all these traditional. And I really thank God. I really thank God that my uncle put his foot down and said what will be and will not be in the Ruracio. So I really thank God for that. Number one being time. He said you come by 10. Watu wenye wanaingia wakuja by 10. By then hata kulikuwa hata na hiyo kuimbiwa kwa gate.
Ilikuwa. It was there.
At 10. When you are entering the second coming.
No,
so did you enter first?
The whole mass of people. Just now that your discussion is usually just for a chosen few. And that point, the ceremony has not begun. You know what we do outside here is even a celebration.
Yeah.
Because what they sit down there and discuss and agree is what is the core of the day. But hii ingine inakuwa tu celebration. Hata hii parents wazazi wakikuja waimba wanapewa sijui nini wanafunguliwa gate. It's usually part of just entertainment of the ceremony.
Yeah, so our uncle Mwangi akasema me I don't want those things. Come 10 we finish and then anything else can be done after.
Yeah.
Ndio mwenye anaenda mbali aende, the ones who are being left they be left, and that is exactly what happened. So our negotiations were done at exactly 10. I don't remember if they guys, it has been 6 years, yeah. So I don't remember if they came again and they were sung for or what, but I know there were people coming from.
No, they sang the same day.
From Ihororo and Nyahururu.
They sang the same day.
And Kiawara something.
I was like around 1 because ideally before they arrive, that's when the discussion was supposed to happen.
Yeah, so
then when they arrived around 1, 2 hivyo. Now the thing now happens.
So there were some people who never even found the negotiation. Unajua ni ile watu wanatembea nini wakidhani this is Ruracio. Ruracio start at 10. Wapi? Ruracio it ended kitambo, now you're just coming for the celebration. But anyway, people came. Our people from Meg came. People from church came. I think the nini went well. And then it was time for the tying down and whatever of the lasos.
Oh, the ritual.
So guys, we
are supposed to identify now your bride.
Hatukuwa tumechanuka ati kuita videographers and all that kama watu wa siku hizi. We were depending on videos za phone, and I really hope we can find those videos. If we find them, we are gonna attach them somewhere. When we was looking for his bride,
we look for them. We try to look for them.
We look for them. I really hope we have them somewhere in the backup, kwa sababu simu yenye ilichukua iko nini saa hii imeharibika, but I hope we have them somewhere. We'll show you.
We'll try and find.
But we don't have like proper nice videos.
So
me at this time I'm thinking this guy, I am going to help this guy asipigwe fine. That was my nini. But then this whole time I was thinking, I'm going to help you. Like we are going to help you. Like we are in this together. There's no way I'll allow you to be extorted or be fined or whatever. So me, I'm Ukuz. I'm removing my toes so that you can see me. Then I was doing like this. So now you...
At that point, toes will not work. Ask me why. Because
they were closed.
Because their eyes are on you. So what are you looking for? Their eyes are on you.
Nakumbuka Auntie Kafia alikuwa anakuja ananiambia wacha. Kiara nigonga. Na sasa hiyo ananiambia akipitanga kwa sababu hataki uone, but ananiambia wacha ufala. Wacha hiyo ufala, wacha.
Hata in fact when other people we were sitting in the same space from church na Meg, they had already seen.
Yeah.
And they had already even me nishaona because I knew what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But washaniambia ni gani because ilikuwa now elimination method. So tukaeliminate mpaka now we identified. Yeah. So I hope you find those videos. And
I hope we find it. It was very, very...
So that's how it went.
What else was the highlight? I think it was a very pretty basic Ruracio. Apart from those things that were... What is it called? That were in need of...
Scrapped off
by
that's what I'm saying. It depends on how you agree. Now you are okay with it.
Oh, there's another highlight.
Which is?
Now I've called Boni. Boni, I've asked him what happened. It's like, because you are not inside, neither was I.
You're not allowed to.
Of course. Now inside, remember the list? I told you I'm coming back to the list.
Yeah, the list.
Did they come with the list? The things that were told in the list? Your people did not fulfill everything in the list. Guess what? They were not given the wedding.
See, now you tell me what happened, because apparently
so they were told
we are married for 6 years now.
Yeah,
so what happened?
But you were not given the wedding because you went back. So these guys were not given the wedding because the list, remember the list, it was they were told this list before you do the wedding, before you're given the wedding, it is a must. So we won't give you the wedding, but this does not mean that we have not blessed you and all that. Like there was no back and forth that Rudini mkuje na list. No, it was just like politely, this is how we've been doing in the family. This is now Boni telling me, because I've called him and asked him what happened inside there. So kindly go back, get the list, and even when you come back to bring everything in the list, we won't require to do like a whole celebration or whatever. You just go look for it and then come, and then we are going to give you a wedding. So you guys were not given the wedding at first hand. You are not told.
Me, I was not told. But I know what they.
But you knew people went back because they went back, and this one was very like 2 people or 3 people. Like even it was just I think Made and Uncle Mwangi.
Some more money. Yes.
You see, you knew. Why are you not telling us that?
I was not
story? Tell us.
I was not told that there was no wedding. Me, I was told that this is agenda. We did this, and we have a few things that we did not finish. That we need to. Actually, I was told that we need to finish before the wedding day. I remember very well.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's how.
And they actually went back, just like a few people, very few, and my family made it clear we don't need like a whole ceremony, because
ceremony. Okay.
Because this is money that is being looked for. So and there's a wedding coming and all that. So I don't think there was back and forth.
Yeah.
There was no back and forth.
So even me, I don't know. I was not. My point was hatujambiwa no. Yeah, so whatever else happens did not bother me, and I was not really into it at what were you told?
But again, we had really prayed, because remember, even in PMCC we were taught those things, to pray for your traditional wedding and all that, because the enemy uses the smallest things like traditional weddings, where unaona mama yako hata mjaiko sana, you've never even disagreed with your mom. That day is when she's waking up and saying, by the way, what she's starting things. So if you're having a traditional wedding, highly advise you pray and fast for the day, because the enemy uses the smallest thing. Utapata mnakosania food, utapata mnakosania outfits and all that. And speaking of outfits, this is where we are dressed in. These were the outfits. Kuna mtu kitambi ya itoshei, because I have fed the man well, and apparently for me, mine is actually loose. Imagine nimekonda tangu hiyo time. And this is like the only kitenge I own. So if you've seen it in a lot of my videos on Instagram,
please bear with her.
Yeah, this is the only kitenge I own. And then I have this amazing necklace. I don't even remember the girl who made it. I saw it somewhere on Instagram and I texted her and she made it for me. Actually, I think she made it for me the day before. She gave it to me the day before I was going home, because I went home I was traveling, and it was like 200 bob. So I made 2 of these. Hey, let me tell you, me and planning. I started planning immediately. We decided it's Ruracio time. I googled my dress the way I want it to be. I came up with the design for his shirt. I looked for the material. I looked for the tailor. Remember, the tailor was called Sam. I don't know.
I know he was in town. Some downtown.
Yes, Nairobi Textiles.
Yeah, downtown. It's downtown.
Yes, so I looked
for where money resides.
I think I also looked for your shoe. You bought it, but I think I looked for your shoe. Like I came up with the whole look, and then guys, imagine. Look at my shoes. Tell me this is not God. Okay, imeisha sahi. Tell me this is not God. I am walking in the streets of
Wapi.
I'm walking in the streets of Toy Market, and then I come across this shoe that looks exactly, okay, not exactly, but it kind of matches my dress. Camera munaona, it kind of matches the material on my dress. And
the colors look almost the same.
Yeah, sai meisha hata ingine we need to take it to the fundi, but this was a very nice shoe.
Fundi, what for?
Why another shoe? No, this is a very beautiful shoe, you guys. Look at that. It matches my, even people were telling me, hey, kiatu lishonewa wapi? I'm like, I was just walking the streets and I bought it for 400 bob.
Maombi, guys.
Ni maombi. Like
but
everything
nonetheless
aligned, and then he proposed the night. If you've not seen the proposal story, imagine this guy proposed after the Ruracio. Go watch that video we have done.
Oh, ye of little faith have not proposed. Even on your Ruracio, you can still propose. But
like please,
you'll stop holding on to things. Where's the ticket to pelekwa fundi surely? You cannot say you take this to the fundi surely.
But I can take it to the fundi. I can take it to the fundi and give someone.
This shoe is peeling, for crying out loud.
It's peeling. But it's very special.
Then just mount it in a frame and hang it somewhere in the house.
Anyway, guys, that was our rush. Everything worked out for good. There was nothing that went wrong. I'm trying to remember any other like a aha moment. He proposed. There was that. I think that was it. And I love that. Most importantly, we worked as a team.
Yeah.
There are some girls, and if you are the one, listen to me and listen well. they go and team up and gang up with the family to extort.
Actually, that's why I began by saying Ruratios are not meant to extort you. You're meant to just go and honor the parent. You know, I can choose to just be living with her even here for 11 years and 15 years and not come home.
Yes.
Maybe we even talk on phone. But me coming and saying I am the person who will be staying with your daughter for the next God knows how long.
Yeah.
That is enough respect.
Yeah.
If nothing else you will do, that's enough.
Yeah. So I think
because I know parents where that has happened and they have told them, as we don't need anything from you guys. In fact, you tell us, we need to know where is the wedding, how can we support?
Yeah.
How can we be of help? And they even go ahead, if you're able to, like now, if you're able to, we go and tell whether it's now our daughter or our son, they say we even are going to facilitate your first house in Muthaiga. Like that's your own house. For you just start life. Because you know kwanza foundation na kwa kazi. And then life. Because our parents were uwezo, I'm sure you'd have given us. Like I know my grandfather now walipewa shamba zao na now my great grandfather. Because alikuwa na hiyo uwezo. He had like 700 800 acres, so you can split kila mtu mpe 200
na hiyo acres hazijakufikia bado.
Sasa hizo now you see now our grandparents now walikuwa wanapata watoto 10 13 so unajua sasa ukigawa hizo tushamaliza.
Anyway, what can we highlight you know, even for the people who are doing Ruracio? Number one is pray. Wow. Let me tell you the stories we have had.
Horror stories
of Ruracio. Yani some people even up to date, they've never been able to do weddings because of that. And you see now Ruracio is very the traditional wedding. Let me say traditional wedding because there are people who are here who are not Kikuyus, because Ruracio is for Kikuyus. Traditional wedding is very important and it's a blessing from your parents. So number one, pray for your day. The moment you know you want to do those things, start
like pray for everything. Why I'm saying for everything is because sometimes you don't pray and you guys have agreed that you want to do this Ruracio, and then you go and you encounter that day one of your prominent family members chooses that this is not going to happen.
Yes.
But maybe it's not even
and
him.
They are being used by
the
enemy.
Being used. Now, then unapata, we've moved circles, we've gone for the Ruracio of home. I know friends who have had such experiences. They have gone, mwaka imeisha, second year, bado tunazungushana. Unafika point, humanly, unachoka, unasema, kwani she's the only girl in the world.
Yeah, there are some people who just say, by the way, me, ama, they pay and tell them, now I have bought this girl. Now she has been bought. They will never see that girl again in that place.
Not even see the girl. You who has been moved around in circles, your frustration now, the best person you can vent them out on
is your better half. So there's so many things that happen. Or you find even the people who are supposed to be in the relationship, maybe your parents or the uncles and all that, all those, they are attacked, maybe health-wise. You know, all those things. So really, a lot of things happen. So and we really thank God. But then looking back, ours was quite smooth. Even the weather.
Thank God.
The weather was amazing. We even had time to go and do pictures. Kalat wewe. Kalata kutupatia hata pia. At least tulikuwa na photographer. Lakini Kalata alitupea. We only have that one. The one you saw in the proposal video.
It's somewhere in our Instagram.
It is well. I think that's the only thing. It's only the only thing
that day.
The only memory, and that's maybe the only thing we can say that went wrong. Yes. But again, that's not big compared to the things up here. So pray. If you're a girl, support your husband. I mean, also
your partners. You're becoming your partners and are becoming life partners.
Of course, maintaining the respect for family and all that, and also parents. Don't make it so hard for your children to get married. I think that's what we can say from the Ruracio.
Yes.
Because I mean, here we are about learning. Lazima tuambie what you can learn from this. It was not just a story.
Yes, and I've said again and again. This to my brothers who are out there. Whatever you have, wake up. Go.
Yes.
What matters most is not what you have, it's the act of honoring. Because I remember when we went to Uncle Mwangi, alisema hivyo. The fact that you have chosen. Unajua tungechoose kukatundu na tuende.
Yes, I remember that sentence.
Na tunawaita wakuja washogia mwana. Then wanakuuliza na sasa. It has happened not only even outside our peripheries. It's even some of our family members have gone that direction.
It's very, very common. And I mean, if you can do it right.
Yes. So just do take a bold step of faith. And
just go.
Yes. Ndio hata wanzo juange, my daughter is not,
baraka.
my son is not out there just roaming. They are doing excellent. So
yes, so that is the story of Ruracio, and I think the next one now is for the wedding. Now we'll tell you how
the planning.
The planning of the wedding,
yes.
of which I had started planning even when we are doing this Ruracio.
Yes. So we'll come to the planning now.
Tell you, I am a planner. So comment down below. How was your Ruracio? Tell us. Did it have drama? Did it, maybe haijai happen paka sai? Tell us, how was your Ruracio? What's your Ruracio story? Was it smooth? Did it have hiccups? Are you going through things even now? Maybe if you're on a knee. And if you are going there, listen to those advice tips that we have given you. So yeah, so up to this end, baby, it has been an amazing video. And
guys, please remember, we always say, make a clarion call. Please subscribe to our channel. It's called Peekays. Like, comment, share, all those good things, man.
You're telling me what it's called the Peekays and they are here already.
Yeah. No, unajua kuna wale wengine wataiona na wajui ile inafunga. Squeeze YouTube you enda kuimba hapo before hata uplay. Sasa mkisikia hivyo, just type and look for it and subscribe. Yes, and we love to share our lives with you. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
And God is using us for whatever purpose He's placed us on this platform.
Yes.
We never sat and created a manifesto or a business plan that we want to open a YouTube channel. We bumped and found ourselves here, and we thank God for what He's doing in our lives and also in the lives of you who are always here time and again. So God bless you. So remember, nimesema, like, share, and comment.
And subscribe.
All right. Yes. So we'll do what?
See you in the next episode of Live, Love, and Learn. Bye.